So what's up guys, my name is Joe Bunn. I'm the owner of Bunn DJ Company and the founder of the DJ's Vault, which is a membership community for mobile DJs just like you. This is what I'm gonna be using all of 2021 and maybe beyond for all of my private events. Before we get into this video, do me a quick favor and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Okay guys, so we're gonna start with the piece de resistance, and then what they say, the Bunn Gear Command Center. What? This is actually not a custom piece. This is a piece that is for sale out on the markets. Why does that have my name on it? Because I started the company and we build these out of aluminum right here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and ship them all over the world. We just shipped one to Japan. My man DJ Majesty out there bought one, so shout out to him. So again, this is an all aluminum constructed, made in the USA DJ booth. And so basically you've got 3 parts to it, and that allows you to break it apart and carry it in 2 bags into the event. Super lightweight, the whole thing weighs less than 60 pounds. You got the top that goes in a bag, and then you got the base plate and the rack that goes in another bag. Walk in just like this, boom, you're in the venue set up in less than 10 minutes. Let's talk about a couple of features I really love about the Command Center from Bunn Gear. One of the first things you'll notice on the outside of the booth, really one of the only things you'll notice on the outside of the booth, is this little BNC connector. And this is so that you can move your antennas for your microphones to the outside of the booth. If they were inside the rack, which we'll take a look at in a second, the signal would ping, ping, ping around in there, and it would never get out to the father of the bride who's giving a toast out in the middle of the dance floor. So we added these BNC connectors. I've got these half-wave antennas. They just drop right in. Boom, you got better signal, line of sight. The other thing we did is made the laptop stand so you can make it in one of 3 positions, left, right, or middle. I put mine over to the right so that I'm looking out at the crowd over the top of the controller, and I never really take my eyes off the dance floor. So that's why I have mine over to the right. Some guys run 2 laptops, left and right. One's running their lighting, the other one is running their music. Next thing we have is all the Bunn Gear Command Centers are custom cut tops for the controller or the decks that you have. So this is the Pioneer DDJ SX2. When you would go to check out, you would just pick that from the drop down. Boom. This is the only part that is not aluminum, and we cut these custom as soon as you place your order. So before we take a walk around to the back, let's go from left to right, and I'll talk about a few things here. So up on top of these totems here, you've got your Chauvet Intimidator Spot 360s. I've had these 2 or 3 years now. Just the white version, very simple to use. I'm actually running these and all my uplights using a little dongle called Sound Switch now, which reads your Serato files and actually builds your light show for you. If you've not looked into Sound Switch, check it out. I'm sure we'll be making more videos on that coming soon. As for the totems, these are made by a company called Novo Pro, and they actually just raise and lower just like a pop-up tent or a tailgate tent that you would have at a football game. They're actually, if you wanted to, you could take the top plate and the base plate off and they pack flat. I actually leave mine assembled and just drop them down. Now, let's talk about the speakers real quick. These are the Electro Voice Evolve 50s. These are the white version, obviously. Super perfect speaker for about 150 to 200 people. They've got a huge dispersion, which is what this line array is good for. And then of course, they've got the low end here in the bottom. The uplighting here is from Both Lighting. I actually love these lights. They've done great working with Sound Switch. They've not given me much trouble at all. If I've had any issues at all, they've sent me new batteries for them. This is actually a really good company, and the link is down below if you want to reach out to my girl Cheryl over there in China, and she will hook you up with a set for yourself. Of course, the brain of the unit, always gonna be Mac for me. This is just one of the MacBook Pros. This is actually probably about 5 years old. And as soon as my bookkeeper lets me, I'll probably buy a new one. Already mentioned the controller. Yep, this one's a little bit older. This is a DDJ SX2. The reason I'm using this one in this booth instead of the SX3, which is a little bit newer, or even the DDJ 1000 SRT, is because this one actually works really well with StreamYard, and I've been doing a lot of streaming on Twitch. So that's why I've got this one in this booth. One of my favorite pieces of gear, which really isn't a piece of gear, is these custom cables from NLFX. These are dual cables, so your power and your signal in one cable. You can see there's IEC and Edison on this end, and then XLR, male and female, on these ends. Again, when we walk around behind the booth, you'll see how easy it is to plug this in and then right into the back of the speaker and you're running sound. Okay, so we spun the Bunn Gear Command Center around so you guys could see the DJ side of things. One thing you'll notice is we sell these little hooks. We actually call them the hook for gear. And what they're for is if you have a mic can go there. If you got your headphones can go there. They're just little hanging hooks basically. Now, one of my favorite features of the Bunn Gear Command Center is the fact that it has a 10U or 10 space rack down below. So you'll see I've got mine all outfitted for this season. What we got up top, Electro Voice, again, EV-RE3 handheld microphone. This is gonna be my wireless mic for myself as the MC, and even the one that I pass off to the guests. Of course, I'll be COVID friendly and use the little mic condoms that go on the top. Here you've got just a power distribution center, which is basically a glorified power strip. This is just a blank panel that I had branded. Another blank panel here, but this right here, this is my favorite thing. Again, NLFX made this custom panel for me. So I was showing you guys this custom dual cable earlier. All you gotta do is when you set the booth down, you go power, and you go signal, and then you run that right out to your speaker. And again, off the other side, this is what's called a power con connector here, so you can't trip on your power cord. So that's gonna basically connect to your wall. And then I've got a few other things on here. I've got record out, so if I had a videographer show up and they wanted to record the entire day, I could run theirs there. If I wanted to run a wedge or a booth monitor, I could run those out there. And I've even got an extra outlet right here in case I wanted to maybe hook up my phone charger or something. Really, really sweet custom panel. Ben at NLFX will take care of you. He'll build this out, he'll send you a rendering. He can do them for any type of rack whatsoever, and I highly encourage you to do something like this if you really want super speedy setups. So let me just give you a few thoughts on why I think this is the perfect setup. Number one, how it looks. It's just super sexy, ultra white. It's gonna be really, really key for wedding events, no matter if it's in a barn or a hotel or whatever. It's just super sexy. We've got it all kind of squeezed in a little bit. I would spread it out a little bit more, and I might even swap the totems beside the booth, and then the speakers are a little further out. The second reason why I love it is it is so easy to set up. I'm fortunate enough that I have a van, so I leave my booth all hooked together just like it is. I pick it up, I put it on a cart, I roll it in, I drop it on the floor, I plug in those cables I showed you guys earlier, I set my speakers up, boom, plug the cables into the back of those, take my pop-up totems, bam, drop my movers on top, and then everything is pretty much wireless. I have wireless DMX in the back of those from Donner. I'll put the link down below for those. And once I hook up that sound switch dongle, I'll put the link to that as well. Everything is just ready to roll. Okay guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my gear and what I'm gonna be using for this wedding season. If you have any questions about the gear, hit me up. But again, all the links are gonna be down below. You can grab this stuff yourself if you want to. My name is Joe Bunn, and again, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We got new content every single Thursday. Give us a like and also leave a comment because I personally respond to each and every one of those. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here next week.